Oh boy. It's been a while. It has been a while. Good to be back. Good to be back playing some good old Minecraft today. Good to be back in my normal skin as well. Last bunch of streams I've been stuck with the default or one of the default Minecraft skins. It's good to be back in my own. Good morning. Hi Marty. Welcome back. You have a good Christmas? Have a good Happy New Year's? Oh boy. I might have bitten off more than I could chew for this project, for this stream, but you know what? I'm just gonna give it my best. Gonna give it my best. Before we get into it, let's just sit and talk for a minute. It's been a while. I kind of want to just chat for a little bit before we get started. Hi, Tina. It's good to be back. Back streaming. Let me tell you, right now, outside IRL, it is snowing like crazy. And I love it. Because I don't have to go anywhere today. I don't have to work. I had today off. And it is snowing. And it is absolutely gorgeous outside. Oh, you don't celebrate Christmas? Aw, poor thing. You're missing out. I didn't exactly celebrate New Year's, so I'm kind of in the same boat. Kind of. I got an idea. I got an idea. Let's grab this, that. We'll do that. Actually, yeah, yeah, it's like a little, a little bench. Well, that sounds lovely. I don't think I've ever heard of Novista. Basically the same thing. Okay, fair enough. There we go. Let's just sit and talk for a little bit. Yeah, I had a lot of fun this holiday season. I spent so much money this holiday season on gifts and stuff. Like I easily spent like about $2,000 or something crazy like that. Like I'm broke. So I need to get this YouTube thing back up so I can get monetized so I can get all that money back. So I need to get back into streaming. But yeah, the end of the year is it's always busy. Yeah, giving gifts, playing games. My brothers and I, well, my friend group, IRL, we got this new game called Boomerang Fu, and it's basically like a free-for-all with boomerangs, and you just throw boomerangs at each other, and it's fun. So yeah, it's such a wonderful time of year, but it's very stressful for me. There's like a lot of pressure, a lot of anticipation, anxiety, insomnia, all from all from one simple holiday. I haven't taken down all of my Christmas decorations yet, though. I still have my nativity on my desk. I gotta remember to put that away at a later time. But I think for now it's nice that I have it out. I ask you a question, Marty. What was a favorite gift that you got for Christmas this year? Or I guess for Novista this year? Because I could go on for hours about my favorite gift. So I'm curious to hear. You got a pet ferret? Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. That's awesome. Is he cute? I'm assuming your new pet ferret. What's his name? This probably should have been my first question. His name is Whiskey. I'm probably saying that wrong. Whisk. It looks like whiskey. That's really cute. I'm happy for you. I got a book bag. He's too cute. Yeah, I bet you he is. That sounds awesome. Getting a new pet for Christmas is like that's the best. I can imagine it's the best. Okay, I said it right. Whiskey. That's a cute name. I imagine getting a pet for Christmas is like the best. Um, we didn't exactly get Max around Christmas. We got him like closer to my birthday, actually, now I think about it. But I'm happy for you. Sounds really nice. I got a saddlebag for Christmas. And it's great because when I go to work, I take the bus, and oftentimes I'll have my Bible, I'll have my devotional book, and I'll bring that with me to work and just read my Bible on the bus. And I would always just carry it in like a Dollar General bag or some other like plastic bag that I get from the store. But my mom got me a saddle bag, and it's really nice. And I realized something about it. I can put pins on it. And I had all these pins that I'd collected over the years that I never really wore because I didn't like wearing them on my person. So now I've got a whole bunch of pins on it. And Mom and I sat down the other night, and she showed me some of her shrink plastic pins that she likes to make. And she walked me through the process, and we made a bunch of custom pins. So I'm a pin guy now. I'll have to get a picture and put it on the community post at a later time. But yeah, I got a new saddlebag. It's really nice. I got a bunch of other things too. It was a really nice Christmas. It's always a nice time of year. But it's the new year now, and we're all back to square one. We got like 363 days or something. Or, yeah, something like that till next Christmas, so just gotta wait. Um, I suppose we should get started at this point. So, 364. You see, I thought it was. I'm pretty sure Days of the Year is 365, and it's been like. I feel like it's been 2 weeks since Christmas. So you take like 14 off of that, and it's like, what would that be? 360. Or not 360, it would be 3. 350? Maybe? 350 days? No. 340 days? I don't know. I'm bad at I'm bad at math. Would it be 350 or 340 till next Christmas? I don't remember. Yeah, today's the second. It's been 15. It's been 15 days because Christmas was on a Thursday. Today's Friday, so that was yesterday. Would be 2 weeks from Christmas, so that's 15 days. That's 365 days in a year. So yeah, I think it would be 350. I think it would be 350. $350 until 350 days till the next time of stress, anxiety, insomnia. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to be doing math. Definitely not today. I was just hoping to do some building. Speaking of, it's the new year. We're back with Project Libera, even though, or not Project Libera, that was Shiverburn. What am I saying? We're back with Project Ruby, which, if you haven't been keeping tabs on Project Ruby, is my latest modded project. So you might be wondering why we're in a vanilla flat world. Well, something I wanted to do this time around, as opposed to Shiverburn, is I wanted to kind of build up the mod and the map at the same time, and I think it's about time we built up the map. So, we're in a flat world here, and you can kind of see I've kind of laid out some stone. Long story short, I would like to, at the very least, try to start work on world spawn. The place where the player starts the entire map, and the place where the player goes into the different levels, and there'll be a shop and a weapon upgrade station. And you'll be able to just like chillax and calm down after whatever the heck boss fights that you just fought and such. It'd be a good place for downtime. So yeah, we're gonna be working on a village today. Getting some buildings and getting some templates down. I have a separate world that I would like to show you. If I go into Project Ruby. This, what you're about to see, I built a couple of months ago, just kind of like as a test, as an experiment. But this is kind of what I built as far as like terraforming goes. It's a nice like valley-like area with some with some hills and some rocks. This was intended to be a waterfall. I removed all the waterfall because I didn't like how this build was turning out. My biggest problem with this area is that it's too big. So what I want to do is I want to build the houses and important stuff first, and then we can kind of terraform around it instead of doing it in this order. And I also built this house over here. It's not like, it's not finished, but this was just kind of like a start. So this is like, you would walk up to the front porch, and there was a nice interior in here. I like how cozy it is in here. It's really nice. And we got like a kitchen area in here. This would be like a dining area. There's fans everywhere. There's upstairs, there's major lag spikes. Goodness me. I need to turn my render distance down. Actually, no, I can turn my simulation distance. That should help. It doesn't. Alright. I guess it's gonna be a laggy one today. So anyway, and there's like little details under here, like all this is like dirty and muddy and stuff. There's like the little detail there. But the intentions for this, it gives you Hello Neighbor vibes. I've never actually played that game, so can't say I really, but yeah, there's also a basement. I never made a stairway down to the basement, but there is a basement there. But But essentially, what I would like to try to accomplish is kind of like create a, not necessarily like a poor person village, but like a village that's kind of like out in the wilderness, and they don't have like modern tools or like electricity, or, well, no, they kind of have electricity, but like just to like this main building has electricity and everything else is just running off of that. So it's like very like remote, almost uncivilized, but it's like kind of like frontier stuff out in the wild. Nice, calm, peaceful, away from like big cities and stuff. I think that'd be a great place for what I have in mind with this map. I think something like this kind of like remote style of village would be a huge contrast to like the rest of the the rest of the game and the rest of the map. And just like considering what I want to do with everything, because like let me just kind of like list off some of the places I plan on sending the player. Sending the player underground to like these massive underground facilities and stuff. Sending players to like volcanoes, sending them out into space, and just sci-fi inspired enemy bases and stuff, to remote planets and nonsense. So like, considering everything, I think like having World Hub is like this cute, quiet little village is like a very sharp contrast, and it helps like distinguish that like this is World Spawn. And this will be like a nice, cute little area. I had kind of like a layout in mind, but I removed it because I didn't like where this build was going, or specifically how big this build was. You can kind of see like there's some gravel path here that I missed over. But I just wanted to kind of like hard reset. The bridge was here because there was originally the river just like flowed here, and there was a lake here, but I got rid of it because I didn't like how it was turning out. There's also this little landmark over here, this little overhang. And then there's a cave here. This overhang is good, but it's too far away from the cave. I feel like I would need to move it like a little further back. And then this cave, there's just like, there's a button here, and then there's a secret bunker in here. This location will probably be, I'm not happy with its design, it's just something I threw together. But it's just kind of give you an idea on what this village would like actually be like, and definitely smaller. And you can see I started working on some custom trees. If you were here for like the modded streams, you might remember the maple leaves that I'd made for the modded streams. And these trees are going to be, they're currently made out of terracotta, but they're going to be made out of the maple leaves. I think I'll keep the spruce logs. House interior gives Hello Neighbor vibes, but it's like describing the rest. Almost sounds like Mario Galaxy, like one of the rooms on the comment. Yeah, Mario Galaxy, okay, so this map in total is going to be split up into chapters. Each chapter is going to be inspired off of a different video game that I've played, one of which is Mario Galaxy. So we will be going to space, and we will be doing some Galaxy-related stuff. I've got like crazy ideas for what Galaxy-inspired chapter would be like. But yeah, I plan on going through like a lot of different games and just making chapters based off of different games that I've enjoyed over the years. Galaxy is for sure one of them. Very off-topic question. What's your favorite gift to give to a friend or a family member? $100 Mipha statue. No doubt. I have a long time ago on this channel, I ran the Captured series where we played different video games, one of which was Breath of the Wild. And I played that alongside my good buddy Ian. Now, Ian, his favorite character from Breath of the Wild is Mipha. And as I was browsing through Nintendo's merchandise, I discovered that they had made a $115 Mipha statue that was like about a foot tall. And for years, we had thrown the idea around of giving that to Ian as like a joke. Well, earlier last year, I could say now, we went over to Best Buy and we found it on clearance for like 35 or something. I couldn't say no, so I got my friend Ian the $100 Mifa statue that we had been memeing about for years. And his reaction was absolutely priceless. He died laughing. It was so funny. But yeah, that's probably the favorite thing that I got someone else this past year. So anyway. While I'm in this world, I would like to take a couple of screenshots of this building and its interior. Because I kind of want to copy its style a little bit. Alright. So, now we have that. I'm not set on the layout. Like, this clock tower doesn't make sense for it to be where it is. I also kind of don't want the clock tower. Yeah, because it cuts through here up into the upper floor. So yeah, let's just back out. I almost quit. I almost quit game. That's not what I want to do. And then we're into this world, which you can kind of see, it's kind of a similar layout. Like, that's where the waterfall would be. That's where the cave would. Most of the village would go around here. But I think I'm just going to ignore this. You're also probably wondering how I managed to terraform such a massive build, and also terraform this in such a quick time. I did this last night in like 10 seconds. And that's because I got a new mod at my disposal. This is the Axiom mod, and using the nifty rock tool over here, I can make rocks and terraforming in literal seconds. And it looks pretty good! I can also get rid of it. But yeah, Axiom has like a ton of different tools. Like, I can melt terrain, I can undo edits, I can roughen terrain, distort terrain. That actually doesn't look too bad. I can smoothen it. That doesn't look any smoother. I'm very curious what Shatter does. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. That's really cool. That's a tool. I would not use that. That's interesting. I can put text on screen, apparently. We can make stamps. We can weld things together. We can paint. Oh, that's the welding tool. I was gonna say, that's a very elaborate paintbrush. What's the painter tool do? Oh, it just replaces blocks. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I've got this new mod. This mod is gonna help me with terraforming a ton. And because of this, I kind of want to go bigger in scale with this map, because I feel like I can. I mean, you saw how quick that is. If I just wanted a mountain real quick, I can just do this. Smoothing it off. We all good? I think we're all good. Yeah, stream just went out for a second. Probably because of the weather. We all good? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, stream just went out because of the weather. Like I said earlier, it's snowing like crazy outside, so I'm not surprised. So yeah, let's get started on building. You also notice I don't actually have the mod in, and the reason for that is because, well, Axiom is a fabric mod, and the mod I'm using for the actual map is a Forge mod. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to build up the entire map using Fabric, using Axiom and World Edit. And then after the map is built up, and then after the mod is fully done, I can switch this instance to Forge, removing access to Axiom, which means like everything has to be done. And then I can just using World Edit, because World Edit goes both Fabric and Forge, which is really cool. Using World Edit, any like blocks that I want to replace with modded blocks, I can just use a brush or something. Like I showed, like those trees in the other world that were made of terracotta, I can use World Edit to replace those. So let's get started. I think I want to start by just establishing like a layout, a sense of scale. How big do I actually want this building to be? Yeah, that's perfect size. I think that's good enough. Yeah, perfect. One house done. Let's move on to the next. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna want to go a little bit bigger than that. I'm gonna want to go bigger than that. So let me actually go to the other world and see how big the other build is. The other house. And that'll kind of get me a sense of how big this needs to be. So from that block to this block. Is that only 10 blocks? Wait. That's 19. So that's 19 blocks. And then if I go to this corner, that 33. I think that's 33. Yeah, so that's 33. So this is 19 by 33, not including this extension. That's definitely too big. I think a better size would be like 19 on the long end, maybe. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then something like... As far as like an interior goes... I think this might be good. I wonder if I should make it perfectly square, as opposed to just the rectangle. I'm trying to envision what I have in mind. It's kind of hard to. If you've ever done like building or something like this, and you have an idea in your head, and you go try to put it on paper or anything, it doesn't come out how you originally envisioned it. It's an issue I've been struggling with for years, and it's something I've never figured out how to overcome. Can't I use like Axiom or something? Let's see, shape. Cuboid. The width is 19. No thank you. So the height should be 1. Wait a minute. Oh, that's because that's 18. So that should be 19, that should be 19. let's select Swiss blanks. And enter. That's pretty cool. That's a nice perfect square. Do I think that's gonna be big enough? Because I don't want to go too big. If I go too big, that's gonna like throw everything else off. Maybe I should start with one of the smaller buildings first, and then once I get one of the smaller buildings... Yeah, maybe I should start with one of the smaller buildings. So, the first of the smaller buildings I would like to make is the weapon shop. Which, the weapon shop is going to be kind of like... So if we did 7... Let's do 7 that way, and then like 14. Let's do 11. Whoops. Whoops. Enter. Keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. So let's get some sand. I want to get some sand out front. That's too much. I think it's too wide. I should have gone with my gut and done 7. So, my ideas for this build is if you're familiar with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. For one of his final videos, he made a blacksmithing forge at his abandoned homestead. And I kind of want to like recreate something like that. So we'll have like an anvil here, a smithing table. As far as like materials made of, I like spruce. Spruce is like a really nice material. Really like how spruce looks. I wonder if I should have that sloped. I think sloping that is... Move that corner. And then this be like the actual house. It doesn't need to be like super big or anything. It just needs to... I think it needs to be 1 block back. How good is this feature? You can just select and then just move it away. I really like that. I also have that tool, the replace tool. That's with the Axiom as well. Oh, well, actually... I think the door go there and then like a window here. Well, actually, kind of hard to figure out what I'm gonna need. Let's see. So the idea with this building is the player will be able to walk up. There'll be a block here, a custom block, that they'll be able to interact with. And with that interaction, they'll be able to upgrade their weapons. I don't think I showed off the weapon upgrades at all. Actually, now that I think about it. I need like 2 lanterns or something just to light it up. So this will be ground level. I feel like there should be like, I don't know, metal or something up against like the sides. Not really sure what to do about that. Man, I wish we had like stone trapdoors. That'd be useful. I mean, that is something I could add. I could just add what I need. I suppose brick walls will have to do. Deep slate might be too dark. Let's just use regular stone walls. I think that looks okay. Yeah, something like that. That's nice and cozy. I feel like something like, I mean, a blast furnace for sure. A cauldron, maybe a campfire. I don't have like a reference image for this, so I'm kind of just like going from memory. Kind of just thinking about what kind of things he had in this little like forge setup. So it was like a barrel. He had like a table or something with like levers and or like hooks and stuff off to the side. And then he definitely had like a fire. Let's get a water bucket. Also like the idea of just doing something like this. Make it so that way the player can't actually get into the space. I think that'd be fine. That would save me an interior to do. So if this space here is like whatever the custom block is, then like the player can just walk up, interact, and then doesn't make sense to have the furnace this way. Does it? I think that should be actually nah. We'll skip out on the campfire. I will take the debug stick though. Light that. Can I, out of curiosity, can I rotate this? Ah, that's a shame. All right. As far as like exterior house goes, thinking maybe probably like stone brick, cracked stone brick. We'll grab mossy stone brick as well. I think we'll do. Nah, that's That needs to be log. No, I like plank bar. Okay. So this will kind of be just one block off the ground. I gotta remember this is ground level. Gotta raise it. Why didn't I just make the whole build on the ground? That's a good question that I'm asking myself. Why didn't I just... No, that's right. Should the logs go all the way into the ground? I think they should. There is no point to, like... Let's see. There's more tools options. Let's see. The select tool. We're gonna jump to block, context menu, place mode. So, oh. Roll the clone. Yeah, just like that. It's a nice little shack. Nice little home. As far as like windows go, I want to test something. Not like that. Let me get a 1x2. 2x1, I mean. If I had paintings instead of windows, does that? Yeah, that does. Dang it. Because I kind of want to make like a cheap way of getting out of doing interiors. Because I don't really want to do any interiors. Ideally, I don't want to do any interiors at all. So I'm thinking I can do... I'm gonna have to work on this in like the modded section, but... So what we could do is have glass... 4-block wide windows. We'll make them 2 blocks tall. Or should we make them up against... I think we should make them up against the stone. Actually... So if I were to go in... you can't really see anything out the windows, so yeah, they should be up against the stone. Something like that. Not gonna do the same thing on the... Oh, well, actually... We'll keep the back of the house a little bit more, like, restrained, I guess. So I have like a window there, back room here. Like that. Again, I kind of want to get out of doing interiors, but just for like this, just for this sake. What kind of things would be in here? Like a bookshelf or something. Maybe just get a smoker in here. Jukebox. One thing I need to make sure I'm not doing right now is using chests or barrels or ender chests. Anything that has like an inventory. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that's cool. That must be an Axiom thing. That must be an Axiom. That's gotta be an Axiom thing. Okay, that's cool. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I can make like little shelves and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. So, where are the doors? Probably in here. Yeah. I think a dark oak door. Well, actually, spruce also works. Would it look good? No, it's gotta be over here. Gotta be on that side. Now comes the part that I suck at doing. And that's roofing. I make little like gaps in the wall, little holes. Maybe. Oops. This is kind of new to me. I had no idea that this was a thing. So I don't remember it being a thing. My pixel icon 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. How you doing today? I love messing with my siblings. How do I do a roof? How do I do a roof? Normally roofs have like an overhang in Minecraft, but like if you look at like IRL houses or IRL buildings, they don't really have that, do they? So I'm just kind of thinking maybe a lighter color, maybe like oak. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks good enough. Yeah, welcome pixel icon 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Some things are still easier to do with World Edit. Perfect. Alright. Let's check out the interior. Welcome to my little home. Me humble abode. Ooh, I just have a cool idea. We could use banners as like curtains. I think that's nice. As I said earlier, this village doesn't exactly have electricity, so candles and lanterns are going to be very popular. If I can find the lanterns, that is. So I'm thinking we make something like a lantern, like pedestal or something, with like a fence post. I passed oak a while ago. So just like in this corner. Yeah, nice little lantern. Something nice like that. That thing. Hold on. Because I know, I'm pretty sure candles, yeah, candles stay up on their own. Oh my gosh, that is a thing. What the heck? I had no idea that was a thing. That does not make sense to me. That definitely wouldn't work with something like a sign. That's cool, the more you know. So let's see. Yeah, you can see the curtains on the interior. I wonder if panes would be better. No, because then I probably couldn't put curtains on there. Ideally, we make a custom curtain block for more details, but I don't know. You have a lantern on the outside. Yeah, we've got lanterns on the outside. They should actually be close to the ground so you can actually get to them. It's like I'm trying to keep this like realistic. Probably just put like one there. Put another right there. Because again, this place doesn't really have electric lights. They don't have like anything fancy. Now there's gonna be a block here in the middle. It's like gonna actually be important. And I wonder if because of that, I should have things like this. I should rethink this forge layout. So you heat it, you heat it, smack it, and then like, I don't know. We'll put the lantern on like the smithing table or something. And then like this can just be like a shelf or like a countertop. I'm thinking. as opposed to like an actual thing. Then we do like a gate. Yeah, I think that works. I'll put a lantern there instead. And then like the block or whatever it is. Do I have the crafter? I do not. Not in this version of Minecraft. But like whatever the block is, it would go right there. In which case, it'd probably just be best to have that all solid. But this is like, this will be a placeholder for like the actual... I guess it's like a mechanical workstation or something. It's not really mechanical. I thought it was Shiverburn's thing. It's like a weapon upgrade station. And then we could probably put a barrier there just to keep the player from getting actually inside the house. Because of the barriers that are here, they can't just go in through the side. I quite like this. This is nice. I feel like that should extend a bit. Doesn't really make much of a difference on the ground, but I think it's nice. Alright, now as for these walls, we need some moss and we need some cracks. We don't have cracked variant walls. Okay, that's interesting. So we'll just do a couple of moss. Nothing too crazy. Same with the bricks. Do a couple of moss. Like the crevices and stuff, and then some cracks. Not overdo it too much. Yeah, something like that. I wish we had like mossy planks. That would be nice. Wonder if like vines would work or would look good here. Definitely some like vegetation, some grass, some tall grass. Where's the tall grass? Not there. Tall grass. Large fern. That's nice. I like that. That's nice and sweet. And it's not too big either. The interior, I don't really care for the interior because it's like not exactly doing anything inside of it. The main focus is out here at the front. Whoops. I broke that instead of... Maybe we should make it so that way the player can actually get back here. Because imagine if they figure a way in and not out. Is what I'm thinking of, is what I'm worried about. I feel like there should be like something else out here. Not really sure. Now, in the actual village, I had gravel and I think it was dead coral paths. So let's see. Yeah, it was like dead horn coral. So like, where like the path goes, it was like something like that, and it'd like extend out in front. Now we do have suspicious gravel. How does that look? That could be used just to add a little bit more noise. Ooh, and that's cool. I could do that as well. That's nifty. I feel like maybe there should be like some holes in this. I can't exactly do something like that. Man, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think it's a good start. I think that's a good start. Holy cow, we've been going for an hour already. Alright, so that's the weapons shop. That's the weaponsmith. Now, I think I'm ready to tackle this building. With that scale in mind, I think this is a little bit better. We'll bring that out like 4, so that's 4 out. What to do with this building? I'm not really sure. I'm quite happy I'm quite happy with how this building turned out. I do think I should double up the curtains. What the heck? There we go. That kind of looks nice. Need to do more interior work though. Figure that out in another time. But this building. GTG? What does that mean? Not really sure what I should do now. Not really sure what I should do now, so I think I'm gonna call it there. I know this is definitely a shorter stream, but I feel like we already accomplished a lot. Like, just this one building turned out really nice. I kind of got a layout for this plan. Actually, before I call it, I do kind of want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on. So I'm gonna close this down. Because I have been working on other stuff in regards to the mod, and I'm not entirely sure what all I've shown, because it's been a while. It has most definitely been a while. I just hope that this works. Because I haven't I haven't loaded it up in a while. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I didn't change anything. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm not entirely sure what I've shown off, so I figured I'd just show off what I do actually have. I think I changed some of the abilities. I think I added some more blocks. I think I had some extra features as well. But again, I don't remember all what I've shown off camera, so there's a good chance that this stuff is stuff I've already shown off. We gotta get this to load first. That'll be okay. I didn't update mCreator at all, so I don't know. Loading the workspace. There we go. Looks like everything's still here. Decorative blocks. Okay, yeah. That's right. I wanted to start working on a cutscene system, but I didn't. I suppose I can. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't shown off the swords. I haven't shown off swords at all. So that's something I gotta show you guys now. I gotta show you the swords. I also gotta show you something else. It'll be popping up in a second. I'm curious which one it's gonna display. But I started dabbling in resource packs and learned that there were some things that could be customized. Including the following. Check out my secret stone shop. If you don't understand what that's saying, or if you don't understand what's the gist with that, that's okay, because it's a really old video of mine. But long story short, I created custom splash decks. Oh, it like completely reset everything. It seems like keybinds. Let's see. Sprint, caps lock, attack, destroy, right click, left click, F. Actually, there's one at the bottom. There we go. Now I can sprint. So yeah, there was a couple of new things that I showed off. Thank you. Hey, Max. Max just walked in. He's a good boy.
We don't put the bag up.
Oh. My mom just dropped off gifts. Hey, more gifts for Christmas. It's like, so yeah, we got the maple tree. These are the leaf textures. I added some new blocks. It's kind of just like a generic metal block, and there's also a caution tape version, which is pretty cool. But probably the coolest thing I've added recently are these. These things look absolutely insane. And they're tileable. So these are the drill treads, or the, yeah, the drill treads that will be used to actually make our drill transports. And although it's not perfect, you can kind of see the idea on what I'm going for. So yeah, we'll just clean this up. That's in that department. We also have the diamond coin. I decided to remove the other coins. I originally had like copper, iron, gold, and diamond, but I decided to just stick with the diamond. Oh yeah. We've got, oh, I didn't actually replace the model. We've got a new 3D model for the sword. I have a second version. This is version 1. But this is probably the coolest sword I've ever made. And I'm really happy how it turned out. It took me a couple of hours to get its complex shape, but it shifts just like the Omega Blade is intended to. But yeah, this thing is absolutely sick. I love how it turned out. This is a temporary texture for the upgrade table. Still have to get that figured out. And then nothing, no mobs. I did change... I did change some of the abilities. For example, Explosion, I think is now a press... Yeah, Explosion is a press and hold now. So if I load this up... Oh, that's the wrong button. You can hear the flame, and then it explodes. There's no particles or anything. I need to add particles. But explosions, press and hold. I also replaced launch. I gave dash normal mechanics, and then I replaced launch with hover. This is a very powerful ability, as I shall demonstrate. Because it's going to allow you to get some insane horizontal distance. It grants you levitation for 3 seconds at its longest point. And you can cancel it by just simply releasing the button. It's going to be useful for traveling horizontally. And you can also see that it doesn't go on cooldown. That's because tier 3, it's got a 3-second cooldown, or 3-second duration, and then the cooldown resets if you touch the ground. I think dash also behaves that way. Where, yeah, I made it so tier 3 resets cooldown after touching ground. I think spin worked that way as well. No, spin does not work that way. But yeah, the idea is that you'd be able to use these abilities in combination with each other. So you can see it goes on cooldown and then off cooldown. So that's just some of the things I've been working on. But these swords, the Omega Blades, turned out really cool. I really like how they turned out. And these drill treads. Those were kind of some of the things I worked on over break. I love randomizers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys for showing up. It's good to be back. I plan on doing way more streams in January. I've got a vacation from work booked and approved, and I plan on doing some more streams during that time. So definitely gonna be seeing more from me. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Take care.